The 70s gave us some of the greatest music ever recorded. Soul, funk, disco, and R&B dominated the airwaves with unforgettable songs that are still played around the world today. While artists like Stevie Wonder, Earth, Wind & Fire, Marvin Gaye, and the Isley Brothers built legendary careers with countless hits, some artists only needed one incredible record, one unforgettable melody, one song that became bigger than anyone could have ever imagined. Today, I'm counting down the top 11 one-hit wonders of the 70s. These songs define an era, created lifelong memories, and proved that sometimes one hit is all that it takes to become a legend. Now, before we start, let's be sure to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and push that notification bell to be sure you won't miss out on any more uploads. Now, without further ado, let's cue that intro.
The big stuff. Who do you think you are? It's the big stuff.
Few have debut hits that really make an impact quite like Mr. Big Stuff. Released in May of 1971, Jean Knight Playful Anthem became an instant sensation. It became a huge crossover hit. The song climbed number 2 on the Billboard pop charts, number 1 on the R&B charts, and sold over more than 2 million copies, earning Knight a platinum certification. The song also earned her a Grammy notification for the best R&B vocal performance by a female. The double platinum single was about an egotistical man that was not worthy of a woman's love. The funky groove and confident lyrics made it one of the defining songs of the early 70s soul. Although Jean Knight continued to record for many years, and she enjoyed the respect that she received within the R&B community, she never matched the crossover success of Mr. Big Stuff. But still, with more than over 50 years later, the song is still one of soul music's most recognizable songs that was ever made. Unfortunately, for Knight, it was the only real success that she had in her career. Now we getting into the disco territory as we hit the mid-70s. Like it or not, disco never died, although it eventually fell out of the mainstream. In 1974, martial art movies was exploding into popularity. British Jamaican singer Carl Douglas capitalized on the craze with the song Kung Fu Fighting. Originally intended as a B-side, the song became a worldwide phenomenon almost overnight. It reached number 1 in more than a dozen countries and sold over 10 million copies. Additionally to reaching the top of the soul charts, the song received a gold certification in 1974 by the RIAA, and the song also popularized disco music. All of these accolades made this song one of the best-selling songs of all time. Despite recording several follow-up songs, Douglas never came close to repeating the enormous success of his signature hit. One of the greatest disco anthems, Turn the Beat Around. This song wasn't just a hit, it became a celebration of musicianship, featuring its infectious percussion and unforgettable vocals.
Hear the scratch of the guitar scratching, then you know that rhythm carries all the action. Whoa. Turn the beat.
The song climbed to the top of the Billboard Top 10 and became a club favorite all around the world. The song was written by brothers Gerald and Peter Jackson of the R&B group Touch of Class. Peter Jackson knew Al Garrison, who was an engineer at Associated Studios in New York. Through Jackson's work as a section drummer, it was at this studio that Garrison's girlfriend, who turned out to be Vicki Sue Robinson, who was a singer whose debut album been delayed pending the recording of one additional song. At arriving at the studio that Sunday, Robinson overheard the playback of the song, and according to Peter Jackson, she said, "Oh man, I gotta have that song." The song became a club smash, and it broke into the top 10 of the pop charts, where it peaked number 10 on the pop charts, number 1 on the R&B charts, and number 1 on the disco charts. The song received a Grammy nomination for the best female pop vocal performance. In 2000, VH1 ranked it number 30 of their list of the 100 greatest dance songs. Robinson had a moment of success on the US dance charts and remained active in the business well into the late 90s until her untimely passing from cancer. Although Vicki Sue Robinson continued to record throughout the disco era, this energetic classic remains her defining recording, and it continues to be heard in films, commercials, and dance clubs today. Few songs instantly transport listeners back to the disco era, quite like Ring My Bell. Interesting enough, the song was originally written for 11-year-old Stacey Lattisoe as a teeny bopper, a song that was about children talking on the telephone. When Lattisoe signed to a different label, the song was then pitched for Anita Award. Released in 1979, it quickly reached number 1 on the pop charts, number 1 on the R&B charts, and number 1 on the disco charts. It also topped the charts all around the world. The song earned a Grammy nomination and sold over 2 million copies, earning a platinum certification. The lyric, "You Can Ring My Bell," was seen as sexually suggestive. According to the 1984 book, The Slanguage of Sex, "You Can Ring My Bell Anytime You Want To" will be regarded as a come-on phase in the United States. The controversy around this song raised an eyebrow to the songwriter Frederick Knight, who said that he purposely avoided any overly suggestive lyrics and that he wanted a clean-cut project for Ward. However, in 2010, Billboard magazine included it into its list of the 50th sexiest songs of all time. Although Ward continued to perform and record, Ring My Bell became the song that she will always be remembered for. Known for his incredible falsetto voice, Eddie Holman has been recording music long before finding mainstream success. Although the song was released in 1969, it was released in December, but the song saw most of its success in 1970. Holman's heartfelt rendition of "Hey There Lonely Girl" became a massive hit, reaching the top 10 of the Billboard pop charts. "Hey There Lonely Girl" was originally recorded by Ruby and the Romantics, an Ohio-based R&B vocal group, in 1963, when the song was originally known as "Hey There Lonely Boy." Holman told Goldman's magazine that he was hesitant to record the song at first. The song peaked number 2 on the pop charts, number 4 on the R&B charts, and number 4 on the UK charts. The emotional ballad showcased one of the finest vocal performances of the era. While Holman remained a respected piece within soul music and continued releasing records, none of them achieved the crossover impact of this timeless classic. Was it jazz, was it disco, or was it funk? Brick answered that question with one word: Dazz. The Atlanta-based band created a unique fusion of jazz and funk that became one of the biggest instrumental grooves of the decade. The song peaked number 3 on the pop charts, number 1 on the R&B charts, and number 7 on the dance charts. The song introduced millions to Brick's signature sound. The song was sampled by artists such as Ice Cube, Dana Dane, Soul to Soul, and MC Lyte, to mention a few. The song was so influential that the Cleveland, Ohio band named their group after the song. Although Brick enjoyed additional R&B success with songs like Duzik and Ain't Gonna Hurt Nobody, Dazz remained their biggest crossover hit, and the song that fans most instantly recognized. One of the most unique love songs ever recorded, the Floaters captured lightning in a bottle with the song "Float On."
I want you to float, float on. Come on, come on, come on. Float on.
Each member introduced themselves using their zodiac sign before syndicating the woman of their dreams. The unusual concept, smooth harmonies, and romantic lyrics helped push the song to the top 10, where it peaked number 2 on the pop charts and number 1 on the R&B charts. Despite their later releases, nothing matched the overwhelming popularity of "Float On." Today, it's considered as one of the greatest slow jams of the 70s. If there was one instrumental that defined the disco era, it was The Hustle. Inspired by the dance craze sweeping New York City, songwriter and producer Van McCoy composed one of the most recognizable instrumentals in music history. Ironically, McCoy's accomplishments extended far beyond performing. He was also a prolific songwriter, arranger, and producer, whose influence reached countless artists behind the scenes. However, his surprise 1975 hit, The Hustle, remains one of the most memorable songs from the era. The song topped the charts, peaking at number 1 on the pop charts, number 1 on the R&B charts, and number 1 on the adult contemporary charts. The song also won a Grammy for the best pop instrumental performance. The song has been featured in numerous of movies and TV shows such as Stuck on You, Vampire Stuck, The Lorax, The Shark Tales Club Oscar, That 70s Show, One Day at a Time, Speechless, American Dad, and Futurama. McCoy had a few more singles that charted during his career as a recorded artist, but none of those recordings came close to the prominence of The Hustle.
Rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby. Rock the boat, don't tip the boat over. Rock the boat, don't rock the boat, baby.
Long before disco fully dominated popular music, there was Rock the Boat. Many music historians consider it as one of the first records to help launch the disco movement. Initially, the song appeared as if it was going to flop, and as months went by without any radio play or sales activity, it wasn't on the right track. But it wasn't too long before the song became a disco favorite in New York, where it started to receive radio play, leading to the record finally entering the pop charts and zip up to number 1 on the charts. Rock the Boat is considered as one of the earliest disco songs. The song peaked at number 1 on the pop charts, number 2 on the R&B charts, number 5 on the dance charts, and number 12 on the adult contemporary charts. Its smooth vocals, uplifting melody, and irresistible groove made it an international hit, where it also peaked the top of the charts in the UK. The Hues Corporation continued recording after their breakthrough hit, but Rock the Boat remains one of the most influential dance records ever made. The songwriting and production team of Holland, Dozier and Holland left Motown Records in 1967 over a dispute about royalties, and they set up their own label, Hot West Records, shortly after. They put together the group that was known as 100 Proof as a funk and soul act for their new label. Joe Stubbs, who was a former member of the Motown groups The Contours and The Originals, was made co-lead singer alongside Steve Matcha. The Detroit vocal group 100 Proof, Age and Soul, released the song Somebody's Been Sleeping in My Bed in 1970.
In my chair, cigarettes in my ashtray, and I
The song climbed to number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100 charts, while reaching number 6 on the R&B charts. The song became the group's signature recording. It sold over 1 million copies, going certified gold. Although the group recorded additional material, none of them achieved the commercial success of this unforgettable hit. More than 5 decades later, the song remains a classic favorite among classic soul fans and collectors. At the top of my list is one of the most inspirational songs ever recorded, Ooh Child, released in 1970 by the 5 Stairsteps. The song delivered a message of hope during a turbulent time in American history. Its simple, gentle lyrics and melody, and the uplifting chorus have helped made it timeless. However, the song broke out into the key markets of Philadelphia and Detroit that helped rise the song as high as number 8 on the pop charts during the summer of 1970. The song also peaked at number 14 on the R&B charts, selling over 1 million copies, going certified gold. Over the years, the song has appeared in countless of movies, television shows, and commercials, introducing the song to new generations of listeners. Although the 5 Stairsteps enjoyed success on the R&B charts before and after Ooh Child, this song became their defining crossover hit and one of the greatest soul songs ever recorded. The song has inspired more than 20 covers since its release, and the song ranked 402 on Rolling Stone's magazine list of 500 greatest songs of all time. One-hit wonders are often misunderstood. Having just one major crossover hit doesn't mean an artist have lacked talent. In many cases, these musicians continue recording, touring, and writing songs, also influencing future generations, even if they never repeated the same chart success. But that's the beauty of music. Sometimes one incredible song is all it takes to earn a permanent place in history, and these 11 artists prove exactly that. Now before I go, I want to hear from you. Which 70s soul, funk, or disco one-hit wonders is your favorite? Let me know who you felt should have been part of this list. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to leave a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on all notifications to be sure you won't miss out on any more uploads.